All right, all right. How's everybody?
Doing well.
Doing
Well.
good?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Already November. Unbelievable.
Just you, me, and Joe Stinger.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome, Joey. How are you? How's the weather in sunny Florida? It's chilly as balls here in this part of Pennsylvania.
Yep.
But
Winter's starting to come around.
yeah, they said it's still going to be back to the 60s for the weekend.
Yeah.
Doing great. Weather's a little cool this morning, 72. I think we were 32, Joe.
Yeah. We'll take 72 up here.
You remember those days, Joe? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody. We're This Fan's View, of course. And as you can see, we're back home. Lauren and Anthony will be joining us shortly. Being homeowners got them a little bit tied up these days.
Yep.
So they're tying up some loose ends and running a little late, trying to run some errands after work. So they'll be joining us shortly. But John, fantasy football, we've been on the road for the past couple of weeks. And by the way, couple of great shows. Last week was awesome with Chris Wheeler and Dickie Knowles.
Yes.
The week before with who'd we have? Help me out here.
Ray Didinger
and Bob Angelo. How could I forget? It was interesting to hear a lot from Bob, who's an NFL lifer behind the camera, and Ray was kind of ad-libbing to his story. So a couple of great shows. Again, thanks to the fine folks at Hanrahan's Irish Pub and Buffalo Wild Wings, and to our major sponsor, City Distilling, for putting up with us and continue to support us. We have a lot of fun on the road. So, but it's always good to be back home. We get to kick around just about anything we want and get everybody caught up on the fantasy football. So, John, why don't you take it away?
All right. So we have about 3 weeks we got to catch up on. So week 6, Lauren and Anthony took care of business for us host. They beat the viewers 216 to 195. And Chris Jackson, a loyal customer here at the CCC Collectibles, was the high scorer with a score of 200 or 220.34. So he was excited when he came in. Actually, he came in today, and he was excited that he was the winner after that week. Unfortunately for me, in week 7, I took the loss. It was a close battle, and just came up short on my end, losing 204 to 210, with Drew Henser being the high scorer, with the high score of the season so far, overall, for the viewers, with the score of 273.62, which brought the season record for us host back down to 4-3 that we were in the lead. And then this week, Patrick Mahomes and no Taylor Swift and no Patrick Mahomes and
no
Travis
Taylor Swift. Wait, what I miss?
I know that was the key part that you missed. No Taylor Swift, and
I didn't pick her for us.
No, but her love part, Travis Kelce didn't do well as well, and so the two of them.
So there is something going on there.
Oh yeah. There definitely is. That hurt you because you ended up taking the loss this week as well, losing 215 to 208. So Patrick Mahomes only had 8 points, so he gets his normal 20 points and you win easily. And then Travis Kelce was below average as well this week. So Chris Bramble was the high scorer, with a score of 258.42, which now has the season record back tied at 4-4.
Wow.
We're battling back and forth with the season record being 2-2 for in season 5 this year. So the viewers are hanging tough with us now.
A lot of parity amongst this fan's view and everyone playing. We still where are we at? We still between 65 and 70 players?
Yes, we are. We had 65 playing this past week. So we're hanging strong there, and it's nice to see because everybody's bouncing back and forth. Nobody's multiple time winner so far yet. So there's a bunch of new winners every week. It's nice to see. We had a strong run there of the women taking control of things, and now, as you just heard here, the last 3 weeks, the men have come back and had some wins. But the women are still hanging tough. We always have the Emily and Henry battles that are going strong, and Henry's not doing so well right at the moment, and he's hurting right now, and he's blaming it on that it was Emily's birthday, so he let her win. But I don't know about that. And then we have the Bachmans. Their family of 3 are battling it back and forth, and Randy Jr. won this week against them. So Carolyn's not too happy right at the moment because her husband's beating her, more times than not this year. So she's not a happy camper right now. And then we have the O'Brien battle too that's going on as well. So Kyle seems to be hanging strong right at the moment, but he's got
time. He'll fade.
Oh yeah. We'll give him a couple more times with the finals and stuff coming up. He'll fall apart. So yeah, it's all good. But yeah, this week was the closest. We had the top 3 scorers for the viewers were decided. The difference between them were 10 hundredths of a point.
Jeez.
Between the top 3 scorers. So
all right. Well, things are pretty close then. Hey, so don't forget, right? The first prize is the Jalen Hurts autographed jersey, but there's a second mystery prize to be given out.
Yes.
So there's reason for the season, right? Keep playing.
Absolutely.
Keep playing. Even though you don't win the top prize, there's going to be a second prize, and if anybody knows me, I don't usually give away crap. So
correct. Exactly.
Dallas week. Yeah, absolutely. It is, Shawnee. We're going to dig into that the second part of the show. So hopefully you hang in there with us. We'd like to get your input. Yep. But yeah, it's definitely Dallas week. Or some say it's not Dallas week. It's
just another game on a schedule right now.
Exactly. You play the teams on your schedule, and we'll talk about it on Monday.
It's considering this century they haven't been relevant. How can we put them on a pedestal?
100%. 100%. Hey, speaking about being relevant or non-relevant, I got to give a lot of credit to my fly guys. My fly guys have come out of the gate. They're not playing great. They're not undefeated or anything like that, but they're playing well. They're playing as a unit. They're playing as a team. And to be honest with you, with what they've got, I'm pretty excited, that they're competitive most nights.
Yeah. Playing really well. Carter Hart showing what he's going to do.
Yeah, you're right, Jack. They only had one bad game. You're right. And if memory serves me correct, I don't think Carter Hart was in that game, was he?
No, he wasn't.
So I'm pretty excited about the squad. They still seem to be lacking scoring. Although it's better than it was last year or the past couple of years, it's good to have, Sean Couturier back. He looks healthy.
Right. Cam Atkins.
So, Cam is Cam. But, Sean looks good. Travis Konechny looks good. I'm not quite sure what was going on with Morgan Frost for the first 6 games. I don't know if the coach was sending his message, that he does with young players. Yeah, Konechny's your guy. I mean, probably the future captain of this team. He's been playing really well. Maybe some of these young guys can, watch some film and watch what Travis does, because he gets up and down the ice pretty quick.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited. They got back-to-back games, I guess, with Buffalo Sabres tonight, and where are we at? We're Wednesday tonight, Friday night, right?
Yeah.
With Buffalo. Buffalo's always iffy. You never know what team you're going to get there. But
also give shout outs to Carter Hart for 200 start in goal.
Yep.
And only the 5th goal in Flyers hockey. And that kind of seems a little strange to hear that it's only 5 that 200 games in goal.
Yeah, we went through a lot of gold minders.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
we went through a few.
Yeah.
But you don't have to ask me. I'm a huge Carter Hart fan. Matter of fact, I picked up another autographed card the other day. I hadn't picked up anything in a while, so I was pretty excited about adding a piece to my personal collection.
There you go.
Yeah, so I think I got about 20 or so. Oh, Bob Knight passed away. No way. Wow, that is sad news. Wow, Bobby Knight. Boy, he used to create some havoc on the basketball court.
Oh yeah.
And he used to kick some players' ass, didn't he?
You can't do what he used to do back anymore.
No, you can't. You can't get away with that anymore.
No.
Wow. Be nice, Jack. Be nice. Nice.
There's a chair coming from heaven down at you right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's sad news, Bobby.
Yeah.
Knight. Bobby Knight. You're talking about a lot of tradition and a lot of rivalries there. Boy, he used to have a few back in his day.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was he was a good coach. It just people may not have liked his tactics or whatever, but he knew how to coach basketball.
He
get the best out of the players.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, for sure. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers go out to the Knight family. Boy, that's in the Indiana basketball program. Sorry to hear that. When he talked to you, you listened. Yeah, when he grabbed you by the throat, right, Joe Stinger?
Exactly.
When he grabbed you and said, "You're going to do it my way, or you won't be on this team."
Right.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Sure.
We're losing a lot of our legendary sports athletes, celebrities. It's life's too short, right?
Absolutely. That's for sure. Got to enjoy while you have it.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Yep, for sure. But yeah, kudos to the Flyers. I know they I guess they officially announced the Stadium Series, which they're going to be part of this year in February.
Oh, nice.
So they'll be playing an outdoor game. So that'd be pretty cool.
Jack,
so
Jack had a moment about the ex-Flyer Phantoms that passed away.
Yes.
Yes. It's a shame.
Yeah. Adam
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah, it's Lowe's Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an absolute. I mean, they interviewed Lappy the other day. I want to say yesterday morning on Good Day. I guess because he was the coach when Adam came up through the
Oh,
Phantoms, and said he was good kid, listened well, had the opportunity, with Pittsburgh for a little bit, and
right.
then he moved overseas to play. Yeah, just an absolute. You don't see that injury, that type of accident a lot. But boy, it was a dirty play. I didn't see the play, Jack, so I
Yeah.
really can't comment. I didn't see any video of it. But boy, to get a skate up around a guy's throat, I mean, that's pretty ugly.
Usually you see it with goalies more so than the actual player, the players.
Yeah, well, they were talking, I guess, with Lappy about, some protective built-in neck type device.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to kick him.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Okay.
yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah,
that's nasty.
and in a way you're gonna kind of feel bad for that guy too, in a way after the fact. Not that he was trying to kill him, but and then they end up having that's gonna live with him the rest of his time too.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, I did not see video of it, and by all accounts of what you guys are saying, boy, that's something I'm gonna have to take a look at, but maybe I don't.
Right.
But yeah, it's that's a shame.
Yeah, but we talked about that the other day in the store. Like they got to have come up with something for around their necks. Because it's like lightweight and everything nowadays, so it's not gonna, it's like an Under
Well, they
Armour
would. I
shirt.
guess maybe they would build it right into the jersey. The neck of the jersey. But if it's like anything else, right? Some hockey players wear a visor, some don't. You know what I mean? So you'll have guys, cutting it out because it impairs their, ability to move around or whatever.
Right.
Does anyone know of an accident like this where a player actually died?
I don't know that they died, but the goal, I remember seeing a goalie, maybe 10 years ago, maybe or so.
Okay.
A goalie had gotten one like that as well.
They're wearing all the minor league guys are wearing visors, right, Jack? So if you're grandfathered in the league, you don't have to wear one, correct?
Right. Makes sense.
So makes sense. Yeah, it's wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Sad.
NHL also? Yeah. What have I been missing?
Yeah, unless grandfather. So yeah.
Okay. Oh, you have to be a grandfather, and then you don't have to wear one. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Here we are making fun of a serious situation, but yeah. I just got the ESPN update on Bobby Knight, coaching legend, famous for both victories and outbursts.
Yeah.
That sums it up.
Oh yeah.
That
Absolutely.
sums it up pretty good.
That
chair throwing incident was one of the best.
Oh yeah.
Didn't they do it? Didn't they recently, or maybe I'm just getting old? Didn't they do a 30-30 on him? Or
I believe they did. They did something. I don't know if it may not have been a 30-30, but yeah, they did have an episode on him like that. So we have the new homeowners on board now.
There you go.
So
there you go.
Get them on here.
Yep, they're jumping in. Welcome, guys.
Hello, guys.
How's it going?
Oh, it's going.
It's going. It's going. It's only the beginning.
Great.
The walls behind you are bare, so that means your packing's going okay.
No, it's just the angle.
Oh, it's the angle.
Still there. Yeah. Okay. Nope, all still there.
Okay.
I can help move those. I've got an empty wall.
You don't.
That's true. You definitely don't have an empty wall.
You can
I'll make one to put up that Hall of Fame group.
So what did we miss?
We got caught up on fantasy football.
Okay.
You won week 6 for fantasy football.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Yep.
Hot damn.
Yep.
John lost and I lost, so we're
Right.
back to even 4-4.
Okay.
So who's up this week, John?
Lauren and Anthony are back up. They'll save us again.
As if you didn't have enough to do already.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
There's good old Emily chiming in.
Throwing salt on the wounds.
Throwing Henry get back under that damn bus.
Henry said he let you win because it was your birthday on Monday. So he let you win. Even though he said he was going to go tell Carl that he lost. He was going to throw the flag. But yeah, so we were talking about that, and then we were talking about the Flyers.
No, all right.
And, we figured we'd get in some Flyers talk because we know you frown upon that.
I don't frown upon it. It's just my least favorite of the sports.
Right. Okay. Poor choice of words on my part.
No, that's all.
And then Bobby Knight passed away as well.
Mm.
83 years old, Bobby Knight. Got any good Bobby Knight stories there, GM?
Nothing. He seemed like an interesting fella. A loose cannon. I don't have any stories. No.
Very, very loose.
Yeah.
Very loose. Yep. 83 years old, the passing of Bob Knight. So, yep. So we were talking fantasy football. We were talking Flyers. We were talking about the young man that lost his life overseas in that hockey tragedy. I wasn't aware. Have you guys seen any video of that? Apparently, he was kicked by the opponent, which created.
I did see something about that. I think Chris Terrian might have posted it, and that's where I saw it. But I guess it seemed like it was an intentional thing.
Yes. It's
so
apparently
he was calling for like the suspension of the league until they can get all that under control. So
wow. Yeah, that's what everybody on the page has been talking about. I haven't seen anything.
I don't want to see anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to see that, but
yeah, for sure.
And I'm also shocked that doesn't happen more often. I mean, guys go down on the ice. I mean, not that I don't know that situation.
This guy literally it sounds like lifted his leg and
I understand that's not good, but I'm saying
I forget who it was. Somebody mentioned about being a kung fu type kick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that specifically. I'm saying in general. I'm surprised people don't fall down on the ground and someone trips over you or whatever.
Especially in front of the goalie.
I'm surprised that hasn't happened a lot more than this.
Yeah.
Well, I know in the NHL they've cut back on the fighting, and they've really gotten that game under control. From that standpoint.
Well, what do you do with this guy then? This guy's got to go away for murder. If it's a roundhouse kick, like Jack's saying, then that's a murderous act.
Right.
Guy died, so then what do you
got to at least be suspended from the league, at minimum, and like you said, if not for.
Well,
the criminal charges.
I mean, you could sue the league. You could sue the player as the family. I mean, I don't know. I never really heard of this league. I don't know how much money they have, but either way, I feel like it's you got to do something. This guy's got to be made an example out of.
Right. No, true.
Yeah.
Sure.
Darn shame. Darn shame. So, where are we at? We were going to talk. We talk some Phillies because the season ended abruptly. Ended kind of fast, and talking about getting kicked in the groin, losing games 6 and 7, and not even putting up a fight. I don't know what you guys. I know we've all internally had our conversations, but I mean, what are you thinking? I mean, where do you go from here?
I don't know. It reminds me of not to the extent because there's more potential there potentially, but I thought it feels a little bit like Sixers-esque. You know, someone called the radio station. I don't have it on very often, but this was like maybe a day or two after, and it's sort of the same feeling I had. It feels like a lot of the teams happen to be in like second place, or Philadelphia gets to the playoffs and loses every year now.
Right.
I don't know what you do because that's a team that should have won, could have won, so you really don't want to do anything. You can talk about specific bullpen guys, but they just had trouble. Like, you get rid of let's say you got rid of an Alvarado or a Kimbrel. Well, that doesn't mean that next year they're not going to come back and be just as good for you. They had a couple of rough games. I think at the end of the day, it comes down to, situational hitting and laying off pitches that are bad and not always trying to hit a home run. Once you get behind by a strike, there's a good chance that you're 2 strikes, you're gonna strike out. So if you're swinging a bad pitch after bad pitch, you're putting in a pitcher that might not be the greatest in a really good spot. So I don't know that there's anything that you should really do. The Phillies, knowing the Phillies are going to want to go out and make a really big move, make a big splash like they always do. I don't know that that's necessary. I think you had what you needed. It just didn't come together. So I don't know what you do next. It reminds me of the Sixers a little bit. I don't know what.
It's a great segue. It's a great segue for the Mike Trout to Philadelphia trade rumors.
Yeah, but do you want that? He's old. He hasn't done anything. I mean, do you want that?
You know what?
A couple jerseys here and there.
You're telling me the Phillies have a 2 to 3 year window.
Yeah,
Mike is 32.
What's it going to cost you?
I think you're going to give away a couple of prospects. You're probably going to give away Painter and Abel and maybe Johan Rojas.
I think you're going to have to give more. I mean, it's Mike Trout. They know what they got.
Yeah, but they want to dump that contract.
But they also got $428 million as well.
I get that, but I don't think Painter and Rojas I think it's going to be like 1 or 2 guys that have been proven. Not.
All right, I'll throw in Nick Castellanos.
Wow.
Because he struggled the last series?
Hey, he had a great year.
Yeah,
we all have a few bad days. What's that?
Why would you want to get rid of that?
Well, because you need to make room in the outfield.
For Mike Trout?
What's that?
Nick Castellanos for Mike Trout.
No, not straight up. No.
But I wouldn't even put him in the deal.
But you're gonna have to give up something, though. They're not gonna give nothing. They're not gonna take Johan Rojas and Painter for Mike Trout.
I mean, frankly, Mike Trout is one of the most overrated baseball players of all time.
Really?
What has he done?
Well, he's got to have the other guys help him. He's
got Hall of Fame. He's got Hall of Fame numbers.
I don't doubt that. But when it comes to the big show, he hasn't done anything.
The Angels have stunk. The Angels have flat out stunk.
But that also tells me he has no pull in that clubhouse or with that management group, because you hear from Trey Turner that he was Bryce Harper was one of the main reasons why Trey Turner came there in the first place.
Right.
So Mike Trout has no pull. Well, so he's just kind of been on this mediocre team for years now. It's almost like he's fine with being complacent. So, no, I'm not putting Nick Castellanos anywhere near a trade for Mike Trout. And I think his prime years are gone.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I think you take a run with him with this lineup, playing center field, leading off. Oh, my God. I start drooling.
Yeah, that's the problem though, because that's the Philadelphia fan base starts drooling, and it sounds like it's the same exact lineup plus a couple.
Where's Schwarber go?
He'll be your DH.
Okay, but if he's not leading off, then where's he go in the lineup?
Probably bat 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
There'll always be a spot for 50 home runs.
No, I know. I feel like there's a lot of DH.
Johnny, jump in this conversation. Don't let me fight this battle alone.
No, you're not. No, I'm just letting Lauren talk right at the moment. But I mean, the Mike Trout, he's hurt a lot, yes. But as far as not having the pull, I don't know that he doesn't have the pull. Their ownership just doesn't spend money. So,
but any other superstar would have demanded a trade. I mean, I can speak from experience because I've watched Anthony go through this for the last 8 years. The minute a guy becomes hot on that team, he knows damn well he's not going to get paid by ownership, and they're not going to bring anybody in to support him, and they demand a trade. Garrett Cole's a perfect example of that. He demanded a trade, went to the Yankees, and has actually made a name for himself. That would have never happened in Pittsburgh.
No, true. I mean, if he wanted to get a trade, yes. I guess.
But, I mean, and he doesn't. No one seems to be gravitating towards coming there.
Well, I think here's the problem.
No, nobody spent. The ownership's not spending the money. That's the problem.
If you said to me, "Hey, you're going to get Mike Trout. You're going to sell a lot of jerseys. You're going to sell a lot of tickets." Mm-hmm. I don't know that puts you even. It's so hard to say because it sounds ridiculous, but I don't know that puts you a smidge closer to the World Series because Mike Trout, all those guys on your team can hit. They just didn't hit when you needed them, so we don't need to replace them with another batter. We have to have the guys listen to Kevin Long or not swing at horrible pitches to start off, and they did it the whole time up until the last couple games. So,
well, who would you rather have at the plate, Rojas or Trout?
Well,
I mean, but that's not the trade. It's not Rojas.
100%. I would rather have Trout than Rojas. But in center field, I'd rather have Rojas than Trout.
And you got to tell me what you're giving up. Like that's what it's hard. That's why we're not GMs. It's hard to figure out. Hey, this guy's 30 something. He gets hurt a lot. How much more time does he have? Because then, God forbid, you sign him, and he goes down with some major injury, and you're on the hook for hundreds of millions of dollars. Then people are going to call you an idiot. I'd rather have a. I don't know. I don't even know what to do.
I don't even think the Phillies need anything.
Just go out there again.
I don't think they needed anything at all. They had all the pieces that they needed. But when the bases are loaded and Rojas strikes out, when there's two guys on and Kyle Schwarber comes up and strikes out, when nobody can bunt or get a guy ahead in scoring position, when none of that happens, you're not going to win the game. Yeah, it wasn't for lack of players. It was just for lack of energy. They went out there and played as if it wasn't game 6 or game 7. It was the most lackluster performance I've ever seen. I don't know that we need other guys. We needed the guys we had to fight like the fans were.
I mean, and you could talk about, Rob Thompson and maybe how he used pitchers or something, but that's neither here nor there because that last game.
But there's plenty of blame to go around.
Last game they didn't. I mean, they only scored. What was it? 4 runs. They lost 4-2. Was that the score?
Yeah.
All you had to do is score 5 runs. I mean, it's not like they scored a million runs on you.
It just when you watch that game, you see Arizona do all the right things. They wanted it more. They genuinely looked like they wanted it more, and they didn't stop at anything to get what they needed to.
The Phillies. Do you think Arizona beat us or we beat ourselves?
No, Arizona beat you.
Well, I mean, no, I think it was a little bit of both. I mean, I forget what it was. The top 5 guys on the
3 for 30
starting lineup were 3 for 36.
Yeah.
You're not winning with those numbers.
Right.
You're not.
And
it doesn't matter. You can point at Rob Thompson, the bullpen, Kimbrel. You can point whoever you want.
They're not hitting.
You're not winning with those numbers ever.
Yeah, they're not hitting those guys.
Mike Trout in the center field or not. 3 for 36. I mean,
you can't let the old guy think about Mike Trout.
No.
Listen, if they want to bring Mike Trout here, that's absolutely fine. But if that costs us Nick Castellanos, who was kind of the only guy to perform all season,
you can't.
No, I don't do that. I don't do that trade. You want to send Rojas and Abel and Painter? I guess.
They're still going to want more.
That's fine.
They're still going to want more than that.
I don't know that it's going to cost that much more, only because of the money issue. If Mike Trout wasn't making, if he didn't already have that contract and he was like maybe 2 years left on his contract, and you don't have all that kind of money that is owed to him, it would cost you more. Yes,
I would maybe. All I would do if I was in charge is maybe try to find another bullpen guy here or there. Try to, figure out maybe 1 or 2 more guys, but you barely need to do anything there. 1 or 2 more guys, right? It's good to have pitching. And then other than that, the Phillies started off that series stealing bases. They did what they needed to do, and then they just stopped at the end. They were just trying to hit home runs. I wouldn't do anything with the team. Now, it's tough. It's the same thing as like the Sixers, right? They didn't do too much different, and you're hoping that there's a different outcome. But it's going to be tough. Like, I don't think just a big name is going to fix it. I think they were set up to win as they were.
All right, so let's move on from the Trout experience. You guys poo-pooed all over that. What are you doing with Aaron Nola?
Pay him.
Re-signing him.
AA Ron, what are we doing?
Paying him.
Pay the man.
You pay him unless he goes somewhere where they're going to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're going to pay him more.
Well, yeah.
He's already given the Phillies one hometown discount on the last contract.
Well, listen, and he might be more comfortable in Philadelphia, but out of respect for the guy that's been with you that long, you should still pay him more.
Right.
I'm not disagreeing. You're not getting any argument here. I'm just asking you for your opinion.
I don't know what's going to happen because you might have a Yankees or a Cardinals or one of these teams that are trying to get back, and they might offer him $25 million a year, or I don't know.
Well, I think that's why the Phillies got to be smart, and when they had that open window that they could offer him and you talk to him before he actually hits free agency.
Yeah, you got to get in there and overwhelm him. I'm sorry.
Right. Exactly. You give him an offer. You know where he's going to be getting paid.
Right.
Whatever, within a couple $1 million.
That money's already been talked about.
Right. You just do it and get it over with. Don't even let them get to the free agent market where the Yankees could say, "Oh yeah, I'll give you $700 million," or the Cardinals or whoever. The Dodgers, may also do that type of thing if they don't get Ohtani. So don't even let them get to that point. You just pay them because you have a hole that you can't fill right now.
Well, and I think you're at a little advantage because he's played through the Philly system. He's been here long enough, so he likes it here. He doesn't, people that usually don't want to change just to change. And I think he might have an advantage over, cities like New York or Los Angeles because he seems like a quieter guy who just respectable, and doing his thing. But yeah, the offer just needs to be respectable amount.
Yeah, that's why you just can't fool around. You just go here it is. Let's get it done.
All right, so we're poo-pooing on Mike Trout. We're re-signing AA Ron. Rhys Hoskins. What are we doing there? This is a little more complicated because this is where
Rhys Hoskins. I think I'm just guessing. I have no idea. One of the guys at work was saying it the other day. I think I mentioned to it. Rhys Hoskins hasn't played in a year. That doesn't mean he can't play. I think some team is going to give him. I'm making this totally up between $8 and $15 million. He was making for the longest, as far as I remember, the league minimum. Your entry level contract numbers, whatever. So let's say he's making.
He's making 15 this year.
14, right. So what I'm saying
15,
is. So I'm saying is if someone signs him for a year at those numbers, then you see if he's, I don't know that anyone's going to sign him for 3, 4, 5 years when he hasn't played in a year. I think someone's going to sign him one year with the option of, talking to him and adding something on. And that team could be any team. I don't think personally that's the Phillies. I don't see how there's room for him at the Phillies. If Bryce Harper's not leaving first base and you got a bunch of other guys who could DH.
Well, all right. So,
where's the room for him?
Hold that thought for a minute. So what if Bryce says, I'm ready to go back and play right field? Now it affects a couple of guys.
Well, so I guess that's what the confusion is. Is Bryce not want to play right field? Are they telling him he can't play right field? What? I don't know what's going on with that.
Right.
He seemed to look pretty good at first base, to be honest with you. So, and Rhys Hoskins is a nice player. He's been with the organization a long time. I don't know if he's worth the money that he might want for a longer term deal because I just don't know where he fits. I mean, the Phillies have not only Rhys but in trouble in general. You got a lot of luckily Carlos De La Cruz can play the outfield, but you got a lot of first basemen in the organization with Hall. Where's the room for all these first basemen? And with Bryce Harper there, he's not going anywhere. So what do you do with them all?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I mean,
Well, that's
the
why he wants to
logical
go for Mike
choice
Trout.
would be to keep the hometown guy here. Hoskins goes back, or Harper goes back to right field. What do you do with Nick? You move Nick over to left field?
Well, he's going to L.A. and then Trout's going into center field.
No, they poo-pooed the GM poo-pooed all over that. No, we're not doing that.
No, you put Nick in center,
I don't
and
know.
Center. No
No.
way.
Why?
You got to be
He's
young.
not outfield the best.
You can't. You got to have.
Well, you're not putting Schwarber over there.
Well, no.
No.
You're going to have if you keep it the way you want it, you're going to have Rojas and Marsh playing center, and Castellanos will go to left.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right. So do that. So put Marsh at center because Rojas is going to get traded to the Angels for Trout, so he's gone.
Oh no! Wait. What you?
No,
What?
he's not.
I didn't poo-poo over Trout coming here. I'm just not giving up Castellanos for Trout.
All right. Well, we'll find another piece. You know what I mean? But like John said, they're going to want more than Painter, Abel, Rojas. They're going to maybe they take 3 or 4 prospects. But I know the Angels don't want to continue paying that contract, especially after they lose Shohei Ohtani.
Right. That's what.
What will be the draw for any Angels fan to go to a game when both of those guys are gone?
But they don't go now, so that
Right.
it's horrible.
Well, in their defense, why would you? I mean, it's the same thing with like the Pirates. I mean, in their defense, what are you going to see after a while? They don't even have a beautiful stadium and entertainment.
Here I am. I'm going to sit here and defend the Anaheim Angels. They tried. Seriously, they tried. And you talk about bad luck. They got hit with every letter in the word, because everything they tried backfired. Why do you think Joe Madden left?
Yeah, no, I get it, but you got to try. It means you have bad ownership, and you got to try again with different management.
Well,
but
I also do think that the Phillies re-sign Hoskins. I don't think he goes anywhere.
yeah, I just think he's too popular. He's too
popular, and I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head. The fan base is already really upset with how this season panned out.
Yep.
And if it means anything to John Middleton, which I do think it actually does,
100%.
he's not going to further devastate the fan base by getting rid of a fan favorite. So they will figure it out. And if Bryce Harper wants Rhys Hoskins back,
He's
Rhys
back.
Hoskins will be back.
Yes, 100%. All right. Well,
and he's the perfect guy that you were missing because he takes pitches, which would help the lineup out.
And I heard that he doesn't like Mike Trout.
Oh no! Oh no! There you go with more poo-poo. No.
But just imagine that though. If you had Mike Trout, you would go Harper, Trout,
out of control.
and Castellanos.
Oh my God!
And then you got Hoskins, Stott, Turner, Bohm, and JT.
That lineup is lethal.
There you go.
Lethal.
Until the curveball comes.
Oh wow!
Thanks.
All
Thanks,
right,
GM.
What does he know?
Listen, I know that I heard of nobody on there.
What does he know? He's got Carlos Santana as his first baseman.
Listen, I don't know much, but I do know that you got to bunt and steal and stuff to win, and that did not.
When's the last time you saw anybody bunt?
I saw it in Game 6 and Game 7 with Arizona.
Yeah, bunt, steal, everything.
And what that got them with their analytic game last night, going down 10-0.
All right, well, listen.
I mean, I'd like to be playing in the World Series right
I
now.
would like to be playing in it, yeah, but I mean,
listen, they might go off for. I'm not doubting them. They might go out and win 3 in a row for all I know. I don't know.
the clock's
All right.
well
Well,
on them.
hey, this is going to be an ongoing conversation all winter long because I got a funny feeling we're going to have a lot of dialogue every week.
Oh yeah.
Just different trade possibilities, just a lot of good scenario about how many days till spring training? I don't know.
You got
It
about
can't come-
148.
It can't come fast enough. That's all I know.
I think it was 155 last week at this time, so I think it's 148.
I just think it's a good scenario that Bryce Harper was at the Flyers game last night. He's still living in South Jersey. He's still in town.
That's because he's helping to sign the Nola deal and the Hoskins deal before he goes back to Vegas.
Oh, he's also going to get Trout and Ohtani. We'll throw Ohtani on top of it.
Oh man, oh baby.
Okay, John, you've lost your mind now.
Yeah, let's lose our mind, Johnny. Come on.
Hey, if we're going out on a dream, let's go all out, right?
Oh, big time.
It's only money. Middleton's printing it down there at the stadium.
Yeah, it's only money and it's not yours, so what the hell? Who cares?
Well, listen,
the whole Mike Trout thing just fits perfectly. You know, wearing his number 11 AJ Brown jersey on Sunday. You know, just the whole Philly thing. Come on.
It's only water, Joe. It's only water.
Too much fun. That's what we're having.
Oh yeah.
Too much fun.
Let's talk more fun. Let's jump into what about the Harden trade? He's finally gone. What do we
Lauren, take it away.
So I have a question.
Yep.
What is going on in the Sixers front office? Because if this is the second guy that's demanded a trade from the Sixers, there's got to be some serious turmoil in that Sixers front office.
Well, hold on, because
about the front office.
Yeah, there's two different people with two different scenarios. One was a guy that's mentally just in another world. So I don't know if you could use that as judgment. The other guy is a guy that is a Hall of Famer, yet is really only about himself and demands where he wants to go. So I don't know what could they have done different. Like what he wanted them to go out and get somebody that they didn't get. Maybe they tried, you know.
No, it was all about his contract that he was supposedly getting that he didn't get.
I thought he was upset that they didn't go out and get someone to help him do something.
No, he was supposed to get guaranteed. He was supposed to get a guaranteed thing.
Yeah, he was supposed to get a 2-year guaranteed contract for
max,
$80 million or something. And
why? So he can lose in the first round of the playoffs when he's missing threes? I mean, what? No.
You know what? Kudos to the Sixers. You know, you talk about a player that quit on their team. He quit on the Sixers last year. Yeah. He absolutely quit on them. That's why Morey never came through with the contract. And kudos to Morey for not giving him the deal and kicking his ass out of Philadelphia because you don't need a player like that.
No doubt about that. My concern is that there's things going on in the front office that are preventing this team from being successful.
I don't think it's the front office. I think it's the Embiid factor. And what I mean by that is the Harden wanted more of the attention. He had the one. Embiid was out in game 3 of the playoffs against Boston, and he went off for 40 points.
But we can't keep hanging our hat on that one game.
No, I understand that, but that he got that feeling again back into his body, like, hey, I can do this every night, which he can't, but he thinks he can do it every night. He wants to go score. He wants all the praise to himself. And on the Sixers, you got Embiid.
The Clippers aren't going to offer that.
Well,
that's a star-studded team as well. He's not gonna be this big fish in the little pond he's hoping for.
Well, no, but he also got he got what he wanted because being traded, he gets that $5 million kicker that's in there. So
I mean, that's what we pouted over, $5 million.
That basically is what it was.
That's a lot of money to me, but that's not a lot of money to James Harden.
Well, no, but it was just a principle that he now gets what he thought he deserved. I think it's $48 million this year. Is what he would be getting from the Clippers. So
I think he just wanted to be closer to Mike Trout.
He might. Then he should have stayed here in Philadelphia.
I like it. But Mikey's switching West Coast to East Coast.
Yeah, he should have stayed here.
Real quick on this Sixer front office crap, because you know what? I mean, how many years have we been dealing with this?
Too many.
That was my question. That was why I said what I said.
Because going on, I don't care who the coach is, who the general manager is, who the owner is. I mean, we've been dealing with this. There's no stability. It was kind of like the Phillies, before John Middleton took over. We were so used to losing, and John Middleton came in and said, okay, boys, we're not losing anymore.
Yeah.
We're not losing anymore. So I mean, I don't know what the right pieces are, with Joel Embiid. I'm a big fan of Joel Embiid. When the boy wants to play, he puts his head down and plays.
Well, we just need that to happen more often.
That's the problem.
Well, I don't disagree, but I think that's the nature of the NBA. These guys don't put it all out on the floor every night.
Well, somebody should alert Tyrese Maxey of that, because he don't seem to have a problem going out there every night and giving it 110%.
Well, I'm just going to put this out there. I have no idea if it's accurate or not, but it seems like other guys, Giannis, Steph Curry, whoever, guys want to go play with them. I don't see. It's the same thing when I talk to a guy at work that likes the Knicks. He's like, the Knicks stink every year. How do they stink in New York? They saw it every game. Blah, blah, blah. I said, because if people don't want to play for an owner, or there's not a player to bring them. I don't know that people want to play with Joel Embiid. Like, no one's knocking down the door to play with Joel Embiid. I mean,
they're running away.
Yeah, Robert Covington's back.
Right, they're running away. And what does that say? I don't know.
No, I agree. I mean, that's part of it. That's why, it'll be interesting this year when they have the max player contract that they can spend now. With Tobias Harris.
Well, this whole trade has kind of fast forwarded this whole thing, because they got to wait 60 days, for this deal to be official and everybody set in their place before they can spend that money again. Correct, John?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's why it's going to take a little while. And,
yeah, they're talking, Happy New Year, before they can actually go out and buy another player.
Correct. Yeah.
Is going to lead to some type of big mega trade once all that happens, because the pieces that they got back for Harden, we don't need all those guys.
They're all on expiring contracts.
Yeah, they're not pieces that the Sixers need. So I think there's a bigger picture here.
100%.
The guys that they got, like you said, Lauren, they are nobodies.
Right.
What makes the deal important was all those draft picks that you got. Because getting those draft picks, even though they're 2029 draft picks and 2027 and 2026, those draft picks are what are gold in the NBA, and that's what's going to get you, a potential Zach LaVine or
real quick. I don't know how much of the games you guys have watched so far under the new coach, but I don't know if it's Joel, being, he's ready to go. He wants to play, whether it's Maxey running, the point. They just seem so much faster, so much quicker. They seem to be getting up and down the court. This kid that they picked up, help me out. Adube.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, he averaged 20 points last year for a bad Charlotte team.
Yeah.
So I just think that there's a lot of energy right now, and I don't know where, if the new coach has brought that into the playbook. They just seem so much more ready to go. The slow start of games has gone away. They just seem so much more prepared.
Well, Nick Nurse is having them playing the proper way. Like you said, Embiid, instead of slowing the game down so he doesn't have to go, standing out the 3-point line, they use Maxey's speed. Let him run down. He has the fast break. Embiid doesn't even have to get to half court because he takes the ball and then he comes back for defense.
He's the new cheetah.
Right. I mean, this team's playing just, it's 4 games or whatever it is. I mean, it's such a much more enjoyable game.
It's good to see, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's such a, because they're up and down the court like the NBA is right now, and it'll
be so much better with Mike Trout.
Yep.
Sitting courtside when he becomes a Philadelphia Philly.
And just think of how much airfare he's going to save having to go from LA to back home to watch the Eagles games.
There you go, John. I knew you'd bring analytics into it.
I mean, geez. I mean, that's a lot of airfare that he's got to pay to go on.
Got to stop with that.
Right.
Got to stop with that.
The jet lag and everything. It's just better for his health. He'll stay healthier for more games.
Definitely.
But this game or show is getting away from us here. This is Cowboys week, like we were saying.
It is, but who really cares?
That's a big week, though.
Who really cares?
Not because it's the Cowboys, but this is a big week. This is a very big week.
This is a big game.
Oh yeah, a huge game.
This is a big game. Forget who the opponent is. This is a big game.
Right. I mean, because we don't think it's going to happen, but they lose this game, we're in second place in our division.
This is a home game at the Link. We do not lose.
No, I agree. But I mean, this is huge though. We.
That's not what Micah Parsons said.
Well, he's begging. He's begging. I listened to that stinking podcast, and he's begging for all his Cowboy fans. The problem is they've been sitting on their hands for I don't know how many years now. 10 years they've been sitting on their hands.
And there's no way that they're going to be able to buy tickets. That's not going to happen. Eagles fans aren't going to let that happen. Never happen in the city of champions. No. We need to work on the champions part. More like city of second place at the current moment.
I'm all about positivity. I'm all about National League champs. Come on.
World Series champ sounds a little better.
I know, but
it still has champions though in it.
Mm-hmm.
We got kicked in the groin. We didn't get punched in the face. We got kicked in the groin. So, come March, we got to.
The limp will be gone.
We got
that one stings for a while.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
100% it does. But let me add real quick, John, because I know you're big into this Cowboy Week thing, and who outplays. I don't want to word it like that, but who is the quarterback that wins on Sunday? Is it Dak or is it Jalen?
Jalen's gonna pull it out, but I mean it's a little closer than you think, only because Dak does play well against the Eagles when he plays. For whatever reason, and then he doesn't play well the rest of other games, but for whatever reason he has the confidence when he does come play Philadelphia. But no, with the weapons we got, AJ Brown playing the way he's playing right now, Jalen Hurts is able to throw the ball better now. He's still limping a little bit, but I think he's going to be able to use his weapons. You got Goddard and Devontae Smith and DeAndre Swift, who's going to be here Monday night. You got guys on this team that you don't have to just rely on the quarterback only. The defense playing well, stepping up. I mean, the Cowboys, when they faced a tough team this year, they lost by 32 points. So, it's I don't see any team the Eagles may not go undefeated, which they haven't already, but they're not going to lose by 32 points to an NFL team this year. I can guarantee that. And
they just need a break sometimes. So I feel like they're just tired. People are playing them hard because of the Eagles. They just look really tired. They're winning the games. They're not like crushing people. They're winning, which
the
is
first
good.
half of that Washington game was pretty abysmal.
Yeah, they just need some rest, I think.
Well, they're
getting a bye week, so they're gonna, they'll be able to go to the islands and enjoy, the Caribbean for week 10 days. So they'll be fine.
We talked about this on Monday. We'll see what you guys think. Do you think the Eagles have been holding back on their playbook so far this year? No. Because they knew they had a so-called weaker schedule right at the moment that they played for the first 8 games. And now they got their 6 games stretch here where they're going to be playing tougher games on schedule, on paper, whatever.
I don't think so, because I think if you listen to like Jason Kelce, you listen to these guys, they take pride in it. I don't think that that's easy for us to probably think. It looks like that. I think these teams are just playing them really, really hard because they're the Eagles, and I think the guys are just friggin' tired. I mean, I don't know. They just don't seem as crisp. They're winning, and that's all that matters, right? Just win. Doesn't matter. But
7-1, baby.
Yes, I just
7-1. Mike Trout's team. Trout's Eagles.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I think that's too easy of an answer. I don't think that that's what's happening, and kind of shame on him if that's what is, because that tends to turn around and bite you in the ass 9 times out of 10. I think there's still just meshing that's happening between the coordinators with a lot of new guys. And Jalen just hasn't been right. He just flat out hasn't been right this whole season. There hasn't been, I mean, they talk about dominant games and performances that are great, but he has not been his true Jalen Hurts self at all this season.
Yeah.
So there's something going on there. I'm not sure what it is. And the injury that he's likely playing through certainly isn't going to help. But we haven't seen the Jalen that we all saw last year just yet. And I don't know if that's the new coordinators or what the issue is. So no, I don't think that it's lack of play calling or they just haven't gotten out the good playbook yet. I think there's just a lot of moving parts that are still happening. And for whatever reason, Jalen just isn't clicking on all cylinders yet.
No, I agree. I mean, I know, Shawnee, like you said, that they had a fake run on the tush push and stuff, but I don't know. I still think that they are holding back, because you just, when you hear Sirianni talking sometimes, like, you know, I also agree with you though, Lauren, as well. You know, new coordinators, he's got to, you know, get a feel for the game, and, you know, being his first year.
Coach Sirianni's never going to give you anything at his press conferences.
No.
What was the point of holding back?
So that you could pull out some big, you know, more better plays, you know, just
they're not using all of their playbook.
Right. Just so they can catch them off guard.
So what? They can lose to the Jets, and I mean, that just seems like, who does that benefit?
Well, they're 7-1. You know, they were.
But I would argue they're barely 7-1.
Yeah, but that's not in the win-loss column. There is no column that says barely.
Right.
I'm aware that there's no column that says barely, but tell me,
they had 4 turnovers. That's why they lost
the game has been 100% dominant on both sides of the ball, all 4 quarters, every minute.
What do you got? You got Bryce Harper sitting next to Mike Trout at the game Sunday? No way. Where'd you hear that? All right, I'm live, so let I think they already heard me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Bryce Harper sitting next to Mike Trout in the end zone on Sunday.
Beautiful. Gotta love it.
There you go.
No, I don't know. I think there might be something to it, because just Sirianni doesn't like to, like Carl said, he doesn't like to put anything out there.
No.
You know, and I think that the Eagles, it wouldn't put it past me to see the Eagles do something like that, just because they know they have a better chance. You have a good chance of winning some of those games. You got these 6 games now where teams don't have those 4 weeks of film that they can go back and be like, hey, they like to do this or they like to that. Well, you know, throwing a deep pass to AJ Brown's nice. You know, that's easy enough to to do. But you know, I think that you're going to have some different plays. I think you're going to see things a little bit differently. Let's put it that way.
Well, it's early enough. Hopefully, by the time you get to that playoff time, they make themselves a little crisper, because if not, you're going to be gritting your teeth a lot through the playoffs, because these games have been much closer than you'd hope.
Yeah, and I think also towards your part, Lauren, as far as like Jalen looking a little bit different this year, and it might be also because of they're holding back a little bit, that they're, he's holding back on things. Not his play, but just the playbook's not opened up the way we would like it to be, type of thing. Maybe.
All right, let's close out the show with some predictions.
Shawnee thinks Otani's coming as well.
All right, you know what? That's wrong. That's just absolutely wrong.
I think Bryce Harper's in the middle, and they're each on the other sides.
You know what? I don't know if Otani's into football, but goddamn, man, what a photo shoot that'll be.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Unbelievable. All right, come on, let's get some predictions. What do you got, John?
I'm going to say
obviously
31-24 Eagles.
Wow. That's pretty amazing. I already wrote my score down too. Amazing. I got them 27-24.
Okay.
I already had it written down. Lauren, what do you got?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a nail biter. There's no parts of this game that are going to be easy whatsoever. So it's going to come down to a field goal, maybe a last-minute touchdown. So
well, the spreads, the Eagles are favored at home by 2.5 right now as we speak.
Ooh,
all right. Well, we know that I don't know what that means. So I'm going to go 27-20.
All right.
That's not good for the Eagles then.
I don't know what that means. So
because normally at home you get 3 points being at home, so being less than 3 points of a favorite isn't a good thing. I mean that means that the betting odds right.
Yeah, but you know what that half point does in Vegas. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just saying
all that does is mess everything up. Hey GM, what do you got? You going to give us a prediction, or you going to sleep on this one?
It'd be like 17-13 Eagles.
Nice.
It's not going to be a high scoring game.
Okay.
Very, very low scoring. The Eagles are going to win, but it's going to look like most of the other games where they look tired. And
is Jalen Carter back? Is he done being hurt, or is he out Sunday?
You know, he hasn't practiced all week, so
right.
But that doesn't mean anything. So
because he might be looking at the new fancy playbook.
Hey, new playbook, old playbook, 7-1, baby. That's all I know. 7-1, and if you're telling me Bryce Harper's sitting with Mike Trout on Sunday, then that just wraps it all up for me.
Well, that's what you told us.
Well, that's my sources.
I thought you meant predictions in general. I was going to say Hoskins to the Pirates, which everyone's been waiting for on a 1-year deal.
Well, I'll say this much. I hope
he's definitely not going to the Pirates.
If he don't sign in Philadelphia, he's got to be the biggest ass in America to sign with the Pirates.
Right. Oh, come on. He'll be a superstar.
No,
he got to be the biggest ass in America. They better pay him $25 million if that's the case.
That is definitely not happening. I don't even think their payroll's $25 million.
He would sign back with the Phillies for $5 million before he goes to the Pirates.
And quote me now that there's something out there in Western PA. Something's brewing.
I think Hoskins is going to LA. He's going to play for the Angels.
Is he going to be part of it?
Well, unfortunately, he can't be part of the trade because he's a free agent. So
no, I know. Once they sign Trout, he's going to go the Angels.
No, he finishes. He completes the team. Hoskins at first base.
Oh boy, this is going to be a long off season. That's all I know.
Well, hopefully, once the Ohtani thing comes down, wherever that happens to be, hopefully that doesn't drag
Isn't
out.
he done pitching now? They told him to stop pitching, so now he's only going to hit.
Well, he's only going to hit for this year. He's going to be like Harper. He's just going to be a DH.
Oh, got it.
And then hopefully, but this is his second, Tommy John, so he may not pitch again.
Right.
But they're hoping in 2 years he'll be able to pitch back again if possible.
All right, I knew we were going to need more than an hour. That was my prediction this morning. But anyway, we got a couple of big events coming up this week at Carl's Cards.
Yes, we do.
Jaden Springer, Philadelphia 76er, just recently signed a new contract.
Yes,
Fresh ink on the contract. He'll be at the store Friday night from 6 to 8. Come one, come all. Should be a lot of fun with the young bucks. So maybe we'll get some inside information. Who knows?
We'll get the inside scoop about Harden from him. Definitely.
There you go.
Definitely. I'm sure he definitely wants to talk about that.
Oh, I'm sure he will. I'll plug him for 2 hours. We'll be good.
Just give the guy more than 5 minutes in the door before you tell him about the Deuce Staley story.
Yeah, I probably will. I'll give him more than 2 minutes or 5 minutes.
You might get a Deuce who?
Well, yeah, not only is he not going to know who he is, but I'm also guessing that this guy's autograph might not be much better.
No, definitely JS.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it. I'm not a happy camper.
Yeah, I knew that without even looking it up.
You guys points. How's that going to sell tickets? Why would you say that?
I'm not a happy camper.
Because his autograph's not going to change, so if you want it, that's what you're getting.
Sorry.
This isn't like Singleton working it out.
Come on out. See the next Michael Jordan. What the hell do you want me to say?
He's going to be defender of the year one of these years.
I like Michael Jordan better. Damn it! Hey,
I mean, just look at him blocking Tatum right
zone, DeAndre Swift on Monday night.
Yep.
Philly.
Oh yeah.
Philly. Come on out. Monday night.
You'll know who Deuce is.
It's almost sold out, and no BS. Yes. So we're not sugarcoating anything. Come on out. Enjoy another big night at Carl's Cards.
Did you get the permit for the alley? Did you get all that situated this time around?
But the officer was in for a donation yesterday, was he not, John?
He was. He was. So we're all greased. We're good.
All right.
We greased his holster, so
okay.
We got that taken care of.
Yeah.
Some fresh news. Hanrahan's Irish Pub, November 15th.
Yep.
November 15th.
Already November.
Former hitting coach, former 93 Philly, former just about everything, and a really great guy.
2008 World Series champs.
2008 World Series champs.
World Series champs 2008 with Charlie Manuel. He was the hitting coach. Played on the 93 team. He did, right? Didn't he, John?
Yes, he did.
Milt Thompson. But I don't like trumping one show to another. But how about two first-timers together for the first time?
Yeah.
Lou Nolan, public address announcer for your Philadelphia Flyers, along with your public address announcer for your Philadelphia Phillies, Dan Baker.
Yeah.
Together. There's 50-plus years from both guys.
Oh, yeah.
But that show is going to be on the 29th.
That is correct. November 29th, 2 weeks later. So there's an action-packed November for everybody.
Yep.
So really looking forward to it. We know what Lou brings. We know what Dan brings. But having them both together is we're looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
Looking forward to it. Milt Thompson's a great guest. Looking forward to hearing his breakdown on the failure of the Phillies, what went wrong from his perspective.
Maybe he wants to bring Mike Trout here.
You know what? This is the question, and we're going to get to the bottom of it.
Okay.
Well, just remember who we had last show. Mike Trout thing came up. Just saying.
It did. Two
insiders.
Yep.
Not two knuckleheads, two insiders.
Well, they are a little bit of knuckleheads.
Well,
Bars of soda.
Yeah. So
who do you want? Juan Soto.
No, he just said the soda prices will be $80 a soda with Mike Trout coming.
That's just a soda?
Just a soda.
Yep. I don't drink soda.
Yeah,
Beer won't be much better.
Beer's not cheaper than soda.
Beer's $1.75.
Oh my!
Yep.
and not $1.75 either.
Oh my!
Might have to start packing sandwiches before we go.
All right. Well, here's the deal. Who gets number 27? AA Ron or Mike Trout?
Ooh, there.
Ooh.
Listen, I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't sign the contract if I'm Aaron Nola if I don't keep my number. Because that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm throwing it out there. Only on this fan's view. Come on.
Well,
I'll tell you.
Mike Trout will wear number 7 if he comes here.
If Aaron Nola goes to Pittsburgh, you can have any number but 21.
Doesn't Trey Turner?
Oh, Trey Turner does. I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Trey Turner does. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long off season.
All right, Lauren, you got some exciting stuff coming up next week. Why don't you tell everybody about it?
Yeah, so Humane Pennsylvania has its annual art auction happening next Saturday. There are like 10-ish tickets left. Similar to DeAndre Swift, we are just about sold out. There is an online.
Good job.
There is an online auction. So for those of you that are unable to attend, I can share that out. You guys can take a look what's on there. There's some nice trips and artwork and all kinds of stuff like that. But it is one of our biggest fundraisers for the year. So between that and buying a house, I am ready to pull my hair out. So I cannot wait for next Saturday to be over. But yeah, we are gearing up. I'm working lots of hours to get that ready. And thankfully, Anthony's been helping out with getting stuff donated for it. So it should be a good time.
Excellent. Great job. Great job. Did I not see a Pittsburgh sports package?
Always, if
he's in charge of anything, there's definitely Pittsburgh trips. So there's two actually. There's one in the live auction, which includes Steelers tickets, and then there's going to be one in the online auction, which hopefully is going to include Pirates tickets, but it also includes tickets to the Clemente Museum and a bunch of other cool stuff.
Very cool.
Yep.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Anthony, things they still building one brick at a time out there in baseball town?
It's coming along. We're they're still progressing with that. Should be theoretically on time as far as I keep hearing. And then we'll start in the next couple of weeks. Next week's the winter meeting, so some of our staff is in I don't know if it's in Vegas or San Diego this year. I think it's in Vegas. But after that, we come back in full planning mode, promotional mode, trying to figure stuff out by mid-November. So it's go time here within the next week or two. So it's getting close.
It's go time.
Very nice.
Yep.
Go time. Well,
the exterior of the building's done, right?
Yeah, I mean, the upstairs for sure, where we're going to have events. Not every single thing, I think, player-wise will be done. The clubhouses will be done.
Right.
Eventually you're going to finish the bullpens. They might not start out there for the start of the season. The bullpens are eventually moving to the outfield, where there's going to be a new $2 million video board out there. So there's a lot of stuff. Not everything itself might be done right on time for opening day, but from the fans' point of view, everything that they see should be, other than a bullpen, but that doesn't really affect them.
Right.
Yeah. So is the bullpen going to be enclosed now?
I don't know if it's enclosed. I don't remember if there's like a roof on it, but it'll be in the outfield, like where the pub used to be, where the
Gotcha.
Where the video board is, because the video board is going to get lifted up higher, and that all that free space is going to be bullpens and double batting tunnels for the players.
Nice.
Kind of like Lehigh out there with their bullpen.
Say it again.
Kind of like Lehigh has their bullpen out there in the outfield.
Yeah, theoretically, I think it's like that. I don't know if it's going to be look more like that. I don't know if it's going to look more like the Phillies have. I'm not 100% sure. I just know it's all going to be back there. It's kind of like a big dirt mound right now, so I can't even get an idea.
Yeah.
But it should be, for the start of the season, if not a couple weeks into the season, hopefully most of it's done.
Nice. Well, good luck to you, me. Good luck to everybody. November looks like a great month for a lot of great events going on. I know our friend Emily also has her event with Cradles to Crayon. When is that, Lauren?
That's Friday. That's next Friday. So it's the right before my art auction. So similar thing. She's also has an online auction. Everything that they do, unless it changed this year, which I don't think it has, will be online for folks to bid on. So I'll certainly post that as well. And then they have it's like a cocktail party that you can purchase tickets to attend that down in Philadelphia, which was a nice event. Anthony and I went last year, and it was a really good time. So I'll make sure that the online auction gets posted. They have some really incredible stuff there for their auction as well.
Yeah, they do a phenomenal job for their organization. So kudos to them, guys. Great show. I knew it was going to take more than an hour, and we got it approved. So I don't want to overextend what we got going. But John, thank you for holding things down as usual. Guys, thanks for finding time to join us with your busy schedule. Good luck with everything. You should have probably just built a new house instead of trying to.
Yep. In hindsight.
Just kidding. Just kidding. It's you'll love it. You'll be able to put your paw prints. Put your paw prints on the walls and bring home a kitty.
Our footprints are already on the steps. So John, we got to talk after the show.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Something happened.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Get
Great
the rest
show.
done.
Thanks, everybody, for
Johnny,
joining.
make sure you take some extra long naps before next Sunday.
Yep, exactly.
See if the boss will let you off the Saturday before so you can rest up that day.
Just sleep over at your place then.
Sounds good.
There you go. There you go.
Sounds good.
Well, have a great rest of the week, everybody. And we will see you back here this time next week, as we're back home again before we hit the road.
With an 8-1 Eagles Birds win.
Yeah, big win. Big win. Look for Mike Trout in the end zone. If he's got a Phillies jersey on, I'm going to go nuts. So
He won't.
He won't have a Phillies.
He won't have a Philly. Why would he
That would
ever
be
do that?
That'd be outrageous.
come on, let's just have some fun.
Another player you could have.
But he's at an Eagles game, and the Phillies aren't even playing. That makes no sense.
John, we're photoshopping a Phillies jersey on Mike Trout. Mark it down.
We'll have it.
Mark it down.
Yep, with the hat and everything.
There you go.
John Middleton, sign me, please. Please trade for me. These Angels suck.
All right, guys. Take care. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see everybody again next week. Take care. Be well.
Sounds good.